Hi, 1 Hour Smart Home here, and today we're going to review the Ecobee Smart Camera 1 year later. In this long-term review of the device, I'm going to go over some of the features that really stood out in the Ecobee Smart Camera that other cameras may not have in the same space. Now, this is a 1080 HD Wi-Fi security camera that you can use as either a security camera or it has the option to use it as a baby monitor. But the few things that I've noticed over using this for the last year that really set this apart from some other cameras is that it has Alexa built into the device. So there's actually an Alexa speaker and microphone right here, so you can use it just like you would in Echo Show or an Echo Dot or any other Alexa device. Now, the other thing that I've noticed is that the image quality in processing on the Ecobee Smart Camera are really good. It's got 1080 HD, however, whatever processing and image sensor it uses seems to be higher quality than many other cameras in the similar price point. Both day and night vision were really good. And another unique feature that I've really liked over the last year is that it has a person tracking capability. So this will actually follow someone within the room once it detects motion and track or pan the camera across a room. And that's one of those other unique features, is that the pan and tilt of the camera has that auto function, so it'll follow somebody, but the angle of the camera is much larger than other competing cameras. Many other competing cameras have around 135 to 160 degree field of view. The Ecobee has a 180 degree field of view, meaning that if you set it in a room, you're basically going to be able to see almost everything that's in front of this line of the camera. So you could maybe even see my hand all the way over here or here if I had the camera on, because of that large field of vision. And that does really stand out when you're looking at competing cameras with a much smaller field of view. Two other unique features when you have this in the security cam mode is that it does have a built-in siren that is incredibly loud and will definitely scare someone away or at least annoy them. And the other option in the security mode is that it can actually listen for smoke detectors and alert you if it hears a smoke detector through the microphone on the device. So now let's take a look at some of the features and some of the footage of the Ecobee Smart Camera. Here's a look at the Ecobee app. Both the Ecobee app and the Ecobee Smart Camera were very easy to set up. So in the main screen here, we've got our device and you can see it's currently disarmed and monitoring is off. But if we click right here, we can have the live view of what's currently going on with the camera and you can see me waving to it. Now I could also take a snapshot here and that would save to our history, or I could click record right here and then it's going to record that footage and save it so we can review it later. Here we can also do two-way communication and you can hear that. We're going to get some crazy feedback, so I've got to turn that off. But you can also go in here and then click pan or tilt and you can change this left or right or up or down, and you can also zoom in using these buttons right here. And when I want to X out of that, I can just go back. Now, if I want to go in here and click this view live again, I can click on my view history over here and then I'm going to be able to see everything that I did earlier today and any of my saved footage, and I can click on that and then I'm going to be able to watch that video clip that was saved here just like this, and you can see what's going on. Now I'm going to click out of that and you could review all these different pieces of footage. So even though you are paying $5 a month for the video footage, it does store a ton of footage on there and all of those clips for up to 30 days, and that cost is $5 a month. Now, one other option on here, and I recommend you turn down the volume for 1 second, is you can play the siren, which is a deterrent if someone is in your house while this is triggered, and it's going to sound like an emergency siren would. So let's press play. Now we can take a look at some of the other settings here. If we go up in the top, and I've currently got my camera on or off, you could turn this completely off if you wanted some privacy. You just slide that bar over. And then we've got our detection settings here. You can turn motion detection on and person detection on. I recommend turning both of these on. And what it's going to do is automatically record when motion is detected or automatically record when people are detected. So let's say you have a pet, but you don't care about motion detection and you don't want a whole bunch of clips of your pet. You could turn that motion detection off. But a lot of people do like to see what their pet is doing while they're away. So you could leave that on too if you wanted. Now, here's some of those more advanced settings. We've got our smart focus right here, and we'll show you a clip of this right now. Here, we've got the automatic motion tracking enabled, so it's going to follow me and pan across the room and look at my face. So if I go down here, it adjusts, and if I go up, it's going to adjust again, and then you can see it will follow me throughout the room, which is a really neat thing. And I've just got the phone up here, but you can also hear me talking. Now you can also adjust the pan and tilt manually. So I'm doing that right now from my phone, and I can go left or I can go right, and I can look up or down, and I can also just center it again. So if I click right there, it centers that device again and the image. So I do recommend leaving this on and turning that on so that you can use that advanced feature. Now down here, we've got our motion sensitivity. You've got low, medium, and high. I found that medium is more than enough to detect every event, but if you're having issues with not getting motion detection, you could turn it all the way up to high, or if you're getting too much motion detection, you could turn that down to low. Now let's go back here, and we've got one last one, activity zones. And what this does is allow you to select zones where motion will be detected and alert you. So you could have a zone where it's not included in that motion detection zone. Let's say you've got an area that's looking out a window and you've got trees there that would always set it off. Well, you could eliminate those from that activity zone so that motion detection wouldn't always be tripping. So I can go here, and then anything within this box, that motion zone, is going to automatically start recording when motion is detected, and anything outside of that zone, then you're not going to have that motion detection alerting you when motion goes on outside here. But anything within this zone, it will alert you. So I'm just going to cancel that because we don't want to save that zone as is. I like just leaving it on full motion activity, but if you had a reason to eliminate an activity zone, you could do so there. Now let's go back here, and you've got some other options here. Audio, you can turn up your speaker volume. You can also mute the microphone here. We're going to leave both those on, but it does have two-way communication, so you can both hear what's happening and you can talk to whoever's on the other end of that with the Ecobee Smart Camera, so you can communicate and have a conversation. Window mode is really neat, and what it does is if you are putting this to look out a window, let's say you want to look out on your street, it eliminates your LED lights at night, the infrared illuminators, so that you don't get glare on the window. So you're still going to get a clear picture looking through that window. And I've noticed as long as you've got a clean window and you don't have a screen that you're looking through, and even sometimes with a screen, you're going to get good clear footage, but I'd recommend not having a screen. And the Ecobee Smart Camera does do a decent job of eliminating glare from the reflection of that window. So you can put that right up next to a window and be able to see at both day and night. Let's look here in the device settings, and you can see we've got our camera mode. And what this does is it allows you to have either security camera mode, or you can use it as a baby monitor. And in security camera mode, it has a few more options like the smart siren, window mode, and the Ecobee smart security features that are enabled, that are disabled when you switch it over to baby monitor mode, because obviously you don't want to accidentally hit that siren while a baby is sleeping, but you can change that back and forth here. And then I like to leave it in security camera mode because that's what I'm using it for. Here you can also name your device, give it a custom name. So I'm just going to leave it as Office, and then we're going to go back there. Your Wi-Fi network, that's just if you need to connect your Wi-Fi network or look at those settings. You've got a support tab here to contact Ecobee if you've got any issues, and then the About setting is just some information for that. Here you can then link it to Amazon Alexa, which is very simple, and then you've got a voice speaker there, just like you would a Echo Dot or an Echo Show, and you can ask it questions just like you would Alexa. So let's try out an Alexa command. Alexa, what's the weather today in Chicago?
Right now in Chicago, Illinois, it's 81 degrees Fahrenheit with cloudy skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds and thunderstorms, with a high of 87 degrees and a low of 74 degrees. By the way, there's a heat advisory for that area Tuesday, June 14th, 12 p.m. to Wednesday, June 15th, 8 p.m.
So you can see that this works just like any other ALEXA device, and it's going to work with ALEXA commands. So you can ask it any question you would ask a typical Echo Dot or Echo Show. Now you'll also be able to pull up the live feed of your Ecobee device onto another ALEXA device like an Echo Show or a TV once you've got it connected, so you could view that live stream. If you just said ALEXA, show me, this is the office, and then it would show that. So it's neat to have that additional functionality as an ALEXA device, and you're really getting two devices in one because you can use it just like an Echo Dot. On the top here, you've also got a mute button right there. So if you don't want to have it connected to Alexa or using that Alexa service, you can put that mute button on, and then it's not going to use that Alexa service. Now, another nice feature of this device is that you've got this nice mount here on the bottom that you can position it on, but it's also got a little screw hole there, so if you want to mount it on a wall, you can do so. And on the back of the device, there's actually another mounting tab right there, so you can take off the mount on the bottom, and you can put it right there on that tab, and you could mount it horizontal and or vertical. And then you've got a little bit of a range of motion with that. You can tilt it up or down, and you can position it however you want. So I do like that additional functionality in the mounting and bracket of the device. So the things I really like about the Ecobee Smart Camera are the large angle lens or wide field of view at 180 degrees and the high quality footage that it provides. I also like that it has the option for ALEXA built in, and that it does have compatibility in the Ecobee ecosystem if you've got other Ecobee devices that you want to work with this Ecobee Smart Camera. I think some of the other added features like the smoke alarm detection and somewhat of a security system collaboration with the other Ecobee devices is a really neat feature. However, I think some of the places that I'd like to see improvement with the Ecobee Smart Camera is that it isn't a true security system integration like you may get with a Ring system and or SimpliSafe, where all those devices work as part of an ecosystem with motion sensors, door sensors, glass break sensors, and keypads that you can use to disarm and arm devices. So if Ecobee built out a full system around that, that would add, I think, more value to the ecosystem and the smart camera. The other thing that I think is maybe a little bit high is the cost of subscription at $5 per month for video footage. Now, you are getting 1080 HD footage and 30 days of it, but subscription services month after month can take a toll, especially if you've got multiple different devices that you're paying for that recording or storage or video footage for. So if there was some way to bring that down, or maybe offer a discount for those people that already have an Ecobee smart thermostat, I think that would be a huge value. But overall, it is a great camera. It is high quality. It does have nice features. It's just those couple things with the security system integration. I wish there was a larger ecosystem, and the cost per month of storing video footage that could be tweaked a little bit to make this even that much better of a camera and really give you the overall value package. So thank you for watching this video of our long-term review of the Ecobee Smart Thermostat. Please give us that thumbs up, subscribe, and click any of the links below if you want to support us. We've also got other videos on how to set this up, so check that out in the description below. And we'll see you next time.